Oh, hello. Almost forgot I needed to make this video today. Today's video is 10 tips for remembering to remember. Building prospective memory for agers. In her book, Remember, Lisa Genova, neuroscientist and author of Still Alice, a book and a movie about a woman with Alzheimer's, describes a common problem for people of all ages. Remembering what we're supposed to remember. This skill is very important as we age, and we can improve it. What are prospective memory problems? Listen to this. You get to the grocery store, look at your shopping list, and realize that you didn't put carrots on your list. You've heard about veggie carrot dogs and want to try them. You look for your pen and can't find it to add carrots to your list. Oh well, you tell yourself, just remember to buy carrots. You get home, and while putting your groceries away, you realize that you forgot to get the carrots for your carrot dogs. You didn't remember to remember. Does that sound familiar? Prospective memory, according to Genova, is, quote, your brain's to-do list, a memory to be recalled at a future time and place, unquote. She states that, quote, prospective memory is so poorly supported by our neural circuitry and so steeped in failure, it can almost be thought of as a kind of forgetting rather than a kind of memory, unquote. Genova maintains that this problem is not just a function of aging brains, but is characteristic of all brains, affecting people of all ages. So don't despair if it happens to you. It doesn't mean you need to visit a memory clinic. It's normal. Prospective memory depends on having appropriate cues or reminders for them to be recalled. What you have done when you needed to remember to buy carrots and you couldn't find your pen? Well, maybe you could have folded the corner of your shopping list as a reminder, or set the timer on your watch to buzz after a few minutes, or maybe you should have headed immediately to the produce section when you first realized what you needed to buy. We need strategies to help us remember to remember, or we will forget to remember. Did I get that right? I guess so. Here are 10 Decade Dude suggestions from Genova and others on improving prospective memory. 1. When shopping, use the apps on your phone for lists and add things as needed. I see phone shoppers very frequently at my nearby Albertsons, where I always go to get my soy milk. I never forget that. 2. If you have a shopping or to-do list for any reason, don't convince yourself you already know what's there and ignore it. That is one of my favorite habits for remembering things. I get home and see what's missing. 3. To remember where you parked your car, take a photo when you leave it. Just be sure to show buildings in the distance in the background. A nice panorama shot, not just cars around you, which are probably going to be gone when you get back. 4. Place sticky notes in strategic places to remind you to do various things like turn off the lawn sprinkler or the oven or something else. 5. Build habits and routines such as keeping your floss right next to your toothbrush. Repetition keeps building memories. 6. Practice mindfulness and brain-stimulating activities. There are plenty of resources online. 7. Task management apps such as Todoist, Wunderlist, or Microsoft To Do can help you create task lists with reminders. 8. There are also smartphone calendar apps such as Google Calendar or Apple Calendar, which can help set up reminders. I keep all my appointments on one of those programs. I'm not sure which one it is. 9. Phone alarms can be used to trigger reminders of what you need to do at certain times. 10. This is a personal favorite. If you have a reliable companion with a better perspective memory than yours, be humble and ask for help. Thanks again, Lolita. Hopefully, some of these suggestions will help you remember to remember what needs to be remembered. Also, it's important to remember to forget. Some things are better to forget than to remember, like certain unpleasant episodes in your life. That's the topic for a future video. This is a reminder for me to make it and for you to watch it. For now, let's remember what's important as we learn to be older and like it most of the time. Humpty here, the Decade Dude, wishing you a memorable day of remembering to remember what is important to remember and remembering to forget everything else.